Good, happy Friday morning, June 15, 2018. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Federal funding for New Hampshire's opiate crisis raises under new federal spending bill. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
Back in the day, Bell-Tates knew that if we provided quality products and honest service, customers would come back again and again. Have things changed? Sure, but what hasn't is Bell-Tates' commitment to giving you a fair price and friendly service. Visit us at belltates.com.
It's a bigger piece of the federal opioid funding pie. Lawmakers lobbied to change the funding formula to prioritize states with the most urgent need for resources, including New Hampshire.
We've been able to work across party lines and with the administration to really get them to focus on states that are the hardest hit by this opioid epidemic. We all know that the whole country needs to attend to this epidemic, but some of our states are hit harder than others, New Hampshire being right close to the top of that list.
New Hampshire senators say they successfully negotiated a change to the way the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration distributes dollars, creating a list of 10 states with exceptionally high overdose death rates. On top of the $3.1 million in federal funds New Hampshire's already receiving this year, an additional $22.9 million will come this way for resources like treatment.
What we've learned about this challenge is that we have to attack it on many fronts, and this is good news for New Hampshire, and we've got to continue the effort that's been underway.
And the senators say they want opioid makers to contribute to future funding. Governor Sununu calls today's announcement terrific news for New Hampshire. Live in studio, Gene Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Teenagers on moped hit by pickup truck, police say. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Your favorite aunt's here. I'm just so proud of you. Already in your new apartment in the big city, starting your first job. How exciting. I got you something that shows you're ready. Your first Citizen watch. I don't know what to say. I really love it. Well, I haven't given you bad advice yet. Yeah, go get 'em. I love you.
And Maria, it's a tough scene to witness here in the rear of the Old Colony housing development here in South Boston. According to police, two females in their late teens were riding a moped when they were pulled out of a side street turning onto East 8th Street, and that's where they were hit by a pickup truck. It was nearly 9 p.m. The witness, who was at the grocery store, says she happened to look out as the two girls were thrown in the air. The mangled moped with a blinker flashing can still be seen laying on the side of this two-way street.
I seen the car coming down the street, and then the moped's coming out the other street, and they crashed.
And even though they were wearing helmets, the two teens didn't stand a chance. Both were transported from the crash scene here with life-threatening injuries. The driver of the pickup truck, he remained on the scene and is being interviewed by police. The accident reconstruction team is also here, still gathering evidence. At this hour, we're still waiting for police to confirm the condition of those two young women. Live in South Boston, Jorge Quiroga, WCVB Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police working with community groups to prevent further violence at Lewiston Park. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Our professional builder customers are just amazing people. They're out in the community, they're givers, they're coaches, they're mentors, they're running these incredible small businesses. It's quite an understated profession.
Kennedy Park is at the center of a police investigation after one man was badly hurt during a fight on Tuesday night. Police tell us dozens of teens, preteens, and 3 adults were involved in the brawl. Today, they tell us they were from different ethnic groups.
This is obviously of very much concern to us. I've seen certainly racial tensions rise and fall, and but I guess I can say is this is very concerning for us here at the Lewiston Police Department.
One man was rushed to the hospital and is still in critical condition. His friends are hoping he recovers.
Always very passionate. He was passionate for his friends, his family. He would protect people. He'd give, if anybody needed something, he'd give it.
Police say there's been other violent incidents in the park.
Some of them are as very small as, fighting over lighting a cigarette. I'm not exactly sure what precipitated this most recent event or the May 17th event that we're investigating as well.
Right now, they're interviewing witnesses and reviewing any available video. As they investigate, police are also trying to prevent violence by teaming up with local organizations.
It just builds a greater bond between us as the police and the community as a whole, including the New Mainers. The whole population of Lewiston as well are certainly encouraged to get involved with the police.
A local pastor tells us there's a gathering planned for Tuesday called Protest for Peace. Lewiston police say that they are adding foot patrols to Kennedy Park. We also know that 9 o'clock curfew is still in place for part of the park. Reporting in Lewiston, Lauren Bradley, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. People are turning away from Facebook to WhatsApp for their news, study says. Average news consumptions on Facebook globally has declined 6% since 2016 until now, according to the Reuters institution. The study said that consumers were finding the private nature of messaging services like WhatsApp more appealing. It arrives at a trying time for Facebook, which has been trying to salvage its image following a data scandal that first emerged in March. Facebook is being used less and less to find and share news, while people are increasingly turning to alternative platforms like WhatsApp instead, according to a study. The use of Facebook for news dropped by 9% from 2017 to 2018 in the U.S. Research by Oxford University Reuters institution found, with news consumptions among younger groups falling 20%. Full of strength, Hillary Clinton takes James Comey to task over IG report finding. We're having a little technical difficulties with the thing loading. So, here we go. Being a little slow. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
The boys are online, the internet can slow down, and
You guys don't have Fios?
no.
It's a 100% fiber optic network with ridiculous speeds. You can have tons of devices online at once.
Interested? Talk later.
Bye, boys. Don't even think about going online.
Whoa, I can't work like this.
The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. And with internet plans starting at just $39.99 per month, there's never been a better time to switch.
You want to look at Hillary Clinton, and you want to look at the new book that was just put out by Donna Brazil, where she basically bought the DNC and she stole the election from Bernie.
President Trump pounced, calling Warren a name and saying Warren just stated the Democrats rigged the primaries. Let's go, FBI and Justice Department.
But why aren't crooked Hillary and the Dems the focus? Also, there is no collusion.
Dems are using this terrible and bad for our country witch hunt for evil politics. Why isn't the FBI looking at the DNC server? You have a server that the Democrats refuse to give to the FBI. This is collusion and corruption of the highest order. We have to investigate Hillary Clinton, and we have to investigate the investigation.
So we're going to get a special prosecutor, and we're going to look into it, because you know what? People have been, their lives have been destroyed for doing 1/5 of what you've done. And it's a disgrace. And honestly, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Secretary Clinton, the amounts involved, the favors done, and the significant number of times it was done require an expedited investigation by a special prosecutor immediately. The Justice Department is required to appoint an independent special prosecutor because it has proven itself to be, really, sadly, a political arm of the White House.
Okay, and there you go on that video from ABC News. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.